The Lord is my shepherd. On one side, there's frustration. On the other side, there's failure. But there is a place where we know the shepherd is faithful. He provides that place of nourishment, the picture of those green meadows, place of rest for our soul. And he leads us to that deeper place of that quiet, still water where we can drink and be refreshed and our soul is restored. And then he takes us on a path for the honor of his name, a path of right. On one side of it, there is frustration. On the other side, there is failure. But as we stay close to him on the path of life, he's our shepherd and he's faithful. And that path leads us through the valley, the shadow of death, the dark place. His light is with us. On one side it sets a boundary and there's a rod that stops us from going in the wrong way in our thoughts and our actions. On the other side there's a staff that lifts us up and prevents us from falling, keeps us going on that path. And we are not afraid, even though there's frustration on one side and failure on the other side. We are not afraid because of the faithfulness of his presence as our good shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is our shepherd. And then he leads us beyond the darkness into a beautiful home. And the enemy is sitting outside and looking in. And he takes some oil and anoints us, honors us, considers us as important, loved, sacred ground to eat with him. And he fills our cup and it overflows with his goodness, his presence. And as we leave that position of honor at his table, we know that he will provide because he's good, because he loves. And there is a purpose in the midst of all of this, and nothing can separate us from the shepherd's love. And God so loved the whole world that he sent his shepherd, Jesus, to die, to open the gate that we can walk out in new pastures, to walk beside the still waters, to see the path of what is right, to be in the valley of darkness, but hear his still voice and receive his word, that our souls are nourished. He anoints our head, and our enemies can do nothing about it because Jesus is with us. Frustration on one side, faithfulness at the center, failure on the other side. Stay at the center with Jesus. He is your shepherd. Stop. Listen to him as we read his word. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.